So, okay. So you're a rapper, you've got a famous dad, and we kind of talked about this a little bit growing up in a celebrity household, but you still work at Amazon, right? Or are you done working?
I work at Amazon and I do Uber Lyft on the side, but mostly I'm at Amazon just delivering.
So why do you work there still?
Got no choice.
Okay.
It's not what I want to do full time, but I just gotta do what I gotta do. I'm not like in school. I don't have no degrees or anything. Not that I couldn't get it.
Right.
There is something else that I can do if what I'm trying to do now doesn't work out.
Okay.
Because the main thing I'm trying to do now is do the content stuff with what I'm doing with TikTok. And I have a talent for live streaming, so I've been more focused on that than the other stuff. If that doesn't work out, then I'm gonna go into tech, and because I'm really good with like technology stuff like that.
Okay.
So I would do that if I'm gonna give myself time to do the content stuff, because basically how this came up was I had this idea. What if I just started talking about my family? I never would talk about my family ever, but when I talk about my family to people, everyone's like, "Oh, what? Your dad's what? Your mom's what?" So I was like, okay, if I get this reaction almost every time, then I need to tell these stories because I feel like people on TikTok would enjoy it. Long story short, that's how you guys ended up finding out about me.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are finding out about me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm onto something, and I have a lot more stories that I haven't told, like even bigger ones than the ones I've already told, which is pretty crazy because I've told a lot of crazy ones. So I'm like, I'm onto something, and then I go live every day, and people are donating. People are watching me from the UK. People are watching me from Germany, Poland, South Africa, California, New York, etc. So it's like I realized that I have a talent for what I'm doing with the content stuff. So I think I'm just gonna see where that gets me for a while.
Yeah.
And then if not, hey, then I'm going over there. Then I'm going over to the tech industry. And
you got this, man.
Yeah.
And then he had a video when he was saying that he went to Illinois or somewhere like in the Midwest, and one kid didn't believe him. He was
I saw that. Yeah.
Now, did that kid ever find out? Come back to you and say, "I'm sorry, you are the real Eric B. son"?
No, he never said that. That's why I ended up making the video, because it always irritated me that he literally did not, to this day, does not, like, unless he comes across my TikTok somehow, which who knows. Mm-hmm. But in real life, nah. I was in summer camp, and then we had that little back and forth, and then I never brought it up again, because I'm not going to keep trying to convince somebody that my father is my father. It's like, if you don't believe me, then you just down, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
He was like, name an album, and I said, paid him for their first album, and he said, that's a single, and I'm like, you're an idiot.
Is this single also the album?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So, what's your relationship with Kurupt or Dog Pound?
So basically, he's my uncle that got married into the family by my blood auntie.
Okay.
So my auntie by blood, my sister's mother is Gail Gotti, and she got married to him, and that's how he became my uncle. And I pretty much lived with him from like 2007 to like 2013. So all these Kurupt stories, that's why I have so many Kurupt stories. I lived with him longer than I lived with my pops, because my pops was always just on the East Coast. It's not that I couldn't live with my pops, I just never really wanted to be on the East Coast. And so I ended up being with my Uncle Kurupt, who was living in California at the time. And yeah, it's just like, we're really close. Like, if I see him tomorrow, he'll almost start crying when he see me, because it's like we really was like that. I learned a lot from him. I love my Uncle Kurupt.
Cool.
That is cool. That is very cool. So I know you said earlier that you were rapping by 13. Is that when you started rapping, or did you start rapping a little bit earlier?
Technically, I started rapping earlier. I told a story time about the time I met Suge Knight, and I was freestyling at his mansion. It was one of his birthday parties, something like that. And I was freestyling. So I guess I was like always, I was probably 7 or 8 then. So I always was rapping. And then I'm going to do a story time later, but I'll give y'all the exclusive. The long story short, I'll do a longer version, but the long story short, my Uncle Kurupt, in 2007, I don't even know, I was probably like 9, 10 by that point. I remember he pulled up a beat, and he had me and his 2 daughters and my cousin that was, my auntie's son. We all got on this beat that he pulled up. It was like an old like freeway beat, or like it was like some 07, 06 beat that people were just rapping on at the time. I remember that's when I actually physically wrote my first rhyme. Okay. And I don't remember exactly how it went, but I remember my Uncle Kurupt's reaction to it, where he was just like, yo, like nobody really helped me with my rhymes. I never was a person where people really helped me with my rhymes like that. I kind of just had an actual talent for it. But yeah, I got serious about it around 13, 14, and then more serious in 16 and up.
Cool. So, did your mom work for Therefore as well? So, did she give you any kind of advice about the music industry?
Yeah, she gave me all the advice, like all the stuff I know about music, pretty much, except things that I picked up from other artists or my friends who are artists, or stuff like that. She gives me the most advice as far as like how to conduct yourself in studio situations, like song structure, like how to use your voice to have character, using your voice as an instrument. Because some people, I like to make melodic music, so she taught me a lot about that, like the creative side of it. Cover art, everything. She pretty much taught me almost everything. As far as like advice that she gave me about music.
Okay, you lucky, man. You have your mom to give you advice about the business side of it, and you have Uncle Kurupt give you advice about the music side of it. Dude, you and your dad is LB, bro. I mean, you are one lucky guy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
Definitely.
You my love, my life. You need, feel the vibe of this reggae. You my love, my life. This intense beat, the soul thanks you.